So by the end of the week, I'll be entering the last year of my 20s. I'll be turning 29. And the timing of writing this couldn't have been more poetic because of it. It was a real trip to actually sit back and go through and relive all these significant moments I believe I've had in my life, starting from around middle school to now. In that time, I can confidently say I made many, many, many mistakes. Some I've learned from, some I'm still in the process of learning from, and others I still don't give a hoot about. But that's neither here nor there. Today I want to talk to you all about 3 times the light bulb actually went off in my head and did something about it. So in Lightroom number 1, the first lesson I want to discuss started in school when I was expelled from Anaheim High my freshman year for getting into a disagreement with an English teacher. To go over it briefly, I had been ditching her class, which was my last period of the day, pretty much since the beginning of the semester or of the year. And one of the days I showed up, words were exchanged, and long story short, I was expelled from the district, so I couldn't go to any school in Anaheim Union. So then, after trying to get into Fullerton High and them saying no, my mom and I were recommended enrolling me into Access, which is a county-wide school program for alternative learning. I did independent studies there for the remainder of my freshman year and the full sophomore year, where I came to school for about 15 minutes to turn in homework and get new homework for the new week. And what I took away from that experience was accountability. I learned to be disciplined and actually do my homework, unlike when I was at the comprehensive high school, because it wasn't like I was going to show up once a week, every week, and be like, oh yeah, I didn't do it again. So I learned to hold myself accountable when no one was looking. And in that same vein, with my eyes closed, the next lesson I learned was having faith. I swear to God, man. Because when we jumped to me at 22 and deciding to leave college and join the workforce, I was working part-time at a small protein company in Orange, about 30 hours a week. I did shipping and receiving, and even though it was a simple job, it was very uninteresting and very unrewarding for me. That, coupled with a slow season in winter, I saw my hours dwindle from about 30 to 1 day a week. And I wasn't going to wait till it was no days a week. So shortly after, without having anything lined up, I took a leap of faith and I left the company. I worked some temp jobs for a few months until I came across a Craigslist ad for the Sherwin-Williams company in Huntington Beach that really piqued my interest. Got hired part-time in 2018 and have been able to grow in the company all the way to my most recent promotion of assistant manager. I was able to grow exponentially, not only as a professional, but personally as well, by learning to take a leap of faith into nothingness, essentially. Which brings us to our final lesson I want to share with you guys that I think is the most important. Along the way, in all that I've lived and loved and hated and been a part of and been left out from, I've been able to grow a profound appreciation for life. Back in 2010, your boy right here was swept up in America's opiate epidemic. And I lost a lot of years of my life to that. But through faith and willpower, I was able to regain control of my life, and I decided I was done being miserable and I was going to make a difference. While I was in recovery, one of the biggest challenges for me was being able to laugh authentically again. I could register things as funny in my head, but could only give a smirk at best, and it really bothered me. That and having developed a stutter because my brain chemistry was all out of whack, it really made rehabbing interesting. But yeah, after almost half a year being sober, I was finally able to physically and genuinely smile and laugh again. I was in a really dark place in my life for a real long time until I chose to fill my life with the true joys and bliss of living. Even all the tragedies that came, or even all the tragedies that come with the cost of living, still help to make the experience of life worth all the while, in my opinion. And I, for one, can appreciate that. And those are the 3 lessons I've learned along my way here. Thank you.